Hello everyone, I Devesh Jaiswal. Once again welcome to my lecture on three-phase full wave controller. In this lecture, I will discuss about the three-phase AC to AC controller which is generally used in high power applications. So now let us start. As we know that when the single phase AC voltage controllers are used in high power load applications, then distorted waveform of line current produces. This distorted line current creates the unbalance in three-phase line current. Usually this unbalanced line current flows through the neutral, which must be always avoided. So three-phase AC voltage controllers should be used in high power applications in place of single phase AC voltage controllers. Basically there are different circuit configuration of three-phase AC voltage controller, and all these configuration operate in different ways. Here we see that this is the circuit diagram of three-phase full wave controller with star connected resistive load. From this figure we see that the star connected three-phase supply is applied to the star connected resistive load through anti-parallel SCR in each phase. Here we can also use the triac instead of anti-parallel SCR. In the operation of three-phase full converter with a resistive load, the current flows in two phases at a time and third phases remain open because two SCRs from different phases connected at a time. Now in the three-phase system, the phase voltage have same voltage and 120-degree phase shift. So we can write the instantaneous input phase voltage as VAN is equal to root 2 Vs sin omega t. The phase voltage VBN is equal to root 2 Vs sin omega t minus 2 pi by 3, and phase VCN is equal to root 2 Vs sin omega t minus 4 pi by 3, where Vs is the RMS value of the phase voltage. And also, as we know that in star connected system, the line voltage becomes root 3 times of phase voltage and 120-degree phase shift between line voltage. So the instantaneous line voltage equation can be written as VAB voltage is equal to root 6 Vs sin omega t plus pi by 6. VBC voltage is equal to root 6 Vs sin omega t minus pi by 2, and line voltage VCA is equal to root 6 Vs sin omega t minus 7 pi by 6. Here again Vs is the RMS value of phase voltage. So therefore we see that VAN, BN, CN is the phase voltage of supply, and VAB, BC, CA, these all are the line voltage of the supply. Now here this is the phasor diagram of supply voltage. From this phasor diagram we see that the phase shift between VAN and VBN is 120 degree. Similarly, phase shift between VBN and VCN is 120 degree, and phase shift between CN and AN is also 120 degree. Therefore, the phase shift between the phase voltage VAN, BN and CN is 120 degree, whereas the line voltage VAB is obtained by adding the phase voltage AN and negative phase voltage minus BN. So we see that line voltage AB leads from phase voltage VAN by 30 degree. Similarly, the line voltage BC leads from phase voltage Bn by 30 degree, and the line voltage CA leads from phase voltage VCN by 30 degree. So now we can draw the supply phase voltage and line voltage waveform. Here we see that this is the line voltage waveform and this one is the phase voltage waveform. This is the circuit, and this waveform shows the gate drive of SCR T1 to T2, T3, T4, T5 and T6. Now from the gate drive waveform, we see that when T1 is applied at alpha, here we consider the alpha is equal to 60 degree. So here G1 means the gate drive pulse for T1. So when T1 is applied at alpha is equal to 60 degree, and here alpha is counted from zero crossing of supply phase voltage, and this firing pulse of T1 means G1 ends at pi. Similarly, we see the other gate pulse for thyristor T3 means G3, for thyristor T5 means G5, gate pulse for thyristor T2 means G2, gate pulse for thyristor T4 means G4, and gate pulse for thyristor T6, that means G6 here. From all these gate pulse, here we can notice that in the first interval, here first interval means we consider that when T1 gate pulse is applied here at this point. So in the first interval, this thyristor 6 and 1 is conducting, and in the second interval, thyristor T1 and T2 are conducting. For third interval, 2 and 3 thyristor are conducting. Fourth interval, 3 and 4 are conducting. Fifth interval, 4 and 5 are conducting. Sixth interval, 5 and 6 are conducting. After sixth interval, cycle repeats. So now let us see the output voltage waveform. Here we see the output voltage waveform. This is the output voltage waveform. Here the output voltage is the phase voltage across three-phase balanced resistive load. That is, here we take the output voltage AN, small an of the load phase. Now consider the case of interval 1 when T1 and T6 are conducting. Here when T1 and T6 are conducting, then we see that due to resistance, resistive load and balance load, the output voltage VAN obtained, that will be equal to half of VAB. So we will draw the output voltage half of the line voltage AB. So here we see that this one is the line voltage, and when we do the half amplitude of this line voltage, then we get like that during this interval. So we will draw the half amplitude of this line voltage, like that. So in this interval, when 6 and 1 is conducting, we get the output voltage VAN, half of the line voltage. Similarly, when the thyristor 1 and 2 are conducting, means this one is the second interval we consider. When 1 and 2 is conducting, then again the line voltage appears across the load. So again, due to balanced and resistive load, the output voltage Vn will be equal to half of voltage AC. So we will draw the line voltage VAC of half amplitude during this interval. So here we see that this waveform shows the half amplitude of voltage AC voltage. This is voltage CA, and this voltage will be half of the AC voltage. Now when consider the third interval, this third interval, we see that when thyristor T2 and T3, this one is the T2 and T3, when T2 and T3 is conducting, then we see that the line, there is no any line voltage appears across the phase AN. So the output voltage AN will be equal to 0 during this interval. So we get Vn is equal to 0, and we will draw the VAN is equal to 0 voltage during this interval. Similarly, we can draw the output voltage in other interval, means in fourth interval, 5th interval, and 6th interval. Fourth interval means when 3 and 4 thyristors are conducting. 5th interval means when 4 and 5 SCRs are conducting, and 6th means 5 and 6 SCRs are conducting. Then we get the minus of 0.5 voltage AB and half of VAC voltage in 5th voltage, and again in 6th interval will be equal to 0 voltage we will obtain. Now let us see the case when firing angle alpha is equal to 120 degree. Similar to case alpha is equal to 60 degree, we get the firing pulses for thyristor T1 to T6 for alpha is equal to 120 degree. Here again alpha is counted from zero crossing of supply phase voltage, means this is the alpha which is counted for from the zero crossing of supply phase voltage. Again here we see that two SCRs of different phases always conduct, means here we see that 6 and 1 is conducting, 1 and 2 are conducting, 2 and 3 are conducting, 3 and 4 are conducting, 4 and 5 are conducting, 5 and 6 and are conducting, and then cycle repeats. And also we see that sometimes none of the SCRs conduct. So here we see that when 6 and 1 are conducting in this interval, when 6 and 1 are conducting, then we again get the phase voltage VAN is equal to half of VAB. So we will draw similar to when alpha is 60 is considered, means we will draw half of the AB voltage. like this. Okay, and when 1 and 2 are conducting, we again get VAN voltage is equal to half of the AC voltage. So we will draw the half of the AC voltage during this interval, and similar to similar waveform will draw in other interval. Here it is also noticed that when no SCRs are conducting, we get 0 voltage. Okay, so this is the output voltage waveform AN for firing angle alpha is equal to 120 degree. Now let us see the RMS value of output voltage for different ranges of alpha. From the output voltage waveform, here we see that there are three mode of operation. First is when alpha is between 0 to 60 degree. Alpha is between 0 to 60 degree or equal to 60 degree. Then we get the RMS voltage is equal to root 6 Vs under root of 1 upon pi in bracket pi by 6 minus alpha by 4 plus sine 2 alpha by 8 from the waveform. And second case, when alpha is between 60 to 90 degree or equal to 90 degree, then we again get the RMS voltage of output voltage that will be equal to root 6 of Vs under root of 1 upon pi in bracket pi by 12 plus 3 sine 2 alpha by 16 plus root 3 cos 2 alpha by 8. And the third case, when alpha is between 90 degree to 150 degree, then we get the RMS output voltage that will be equal to root 6 Vs under root of 1 upon pi in bracket pi by 24 minus alpha by 4 plus sine 2 alpha by 16 plus root 3 cos 2 alpha by 16. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Kindly subscribe my channel for getting the next video. Thank you so much.